What's up, everyone? The Batman of Spring Hill here, and I was browsing through YouTube one day pretty recently, and I seen Ben Shapiro do a review of the Batman movie, which I thought was kind of out of the normal because normally you see him on the Daily Wire talking about news and all kinds of nonsense. So I looked at it, and everything that he said completely 100% disagreed with. So what we're going to do is we're going to review it, and I'm going to tell him how he's wrong. Just a heads up. There are some spoilers in this video. So this is your warning now. There are some spoilers in it. So if you have not seen the movie in a week, like the video, come back to it, put it on your wait list. But there are going to be some spoilers.
They give Robert Pattinson nothing to do as Batman. Nothing to do as Batman.
So as you saw there, he first said he gave Robert Pattinson absolutely nothing to do as Batman. The entire movie, he's being a detective. He's solving riddles. He's trying to solve the crime to get to the Riddler, to figure it out who he is and why he's doing it. So that I don't understand is they gave him nothing to do with it, which kind of baffles me with that one. So first one, wrong.
The main character of the film is the Riddler. And herein lies the main problem with the film. The biggest problem with the film is that the film hates Batman.
And then he goes on to say that the film hates Batman and that the main character is the Riddler. That's not true. If you've seen the movie, the Riddler is in it. He's the main villain, yes. The main character is obviously Robert Pattinson as the Batman. 90% of this movie is Batman. Batman's in it. So I don't understand how he's saying that the Riddler's the main character. The Riddler's the main villain, but he's not the main character at all. He does great, but this whole, they hate him, I don't know. And when he's trying to say that the film hates Batman, then he goes into some god-awful, ridiculous thing about everybody being, since he's not white, then he's the bad guy.
You have Catwoman, who is a woman of color, the black female mayor, who is good, and you have the black Jim Gordon, who is good. Every white character is apparently bad, like all of them.
The Catwoman is a person of color. Jim Gordon's a person of color. The mayor's a person of color. Who cares? Who cares? They're all fictional characters. They are all fictional characters. There's no set thing for them. If the acting is great and the person is perfect for it, perfect. Nothing has to do with color. Doesn't matter. Hell, make Batman black for all I care. I wish they had an older one with Idris Elba. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. He would be phenomenal. Phenomenal as an older Batman. Who cares? It drives me up the wall, and this is the problem. It shouldn't matter. Catwoman and Batman in this movie have amazing chemistry. It's phenomenal. Jim Gordon does a great performance.
Every Batman iteration has to explain why a man who is a billionaire would dress up like a bat and go around beating up criminals.
And this is the one thing that I have a problem with. Every film does not need to explain why he is Batman. If you're a Batman fan, you know why he's Batman. We are so sick and tired of the same story being brought up over and over and over again. Because then you're going to have people debating, oh, well, was the movie The Mask of Zorro, was he at some kind of play? Well, then you go into the whole Joker thing, where it was, Joe Carr, or just a whole bunch. We know what happened. We don't need to see it in every single movie. This is why DC movies are failing, because they're telling the same story over and over and over and over again. The film touches on it, it briefly touches on it, but it doesn't go in depth detail of what happened, because we know. It doesn't need to be said in every single movie.
If Batman does not actually intimidate the criminal underworld because the city is so corrupt, no one else will do it, and money isn't going to solve the problem. And so he needs to create a theatrical kind of fear in order to dissuade the criminal underworld from participating. And then, as it turns out, he also has to save the city itself and demonstrate his faith in the city by becoming a symbol. Here, you don't really know why Batman is doing what he's doing.
And here's the other point that I completely disagree with. In the beginning of the movie, he tells you, we have a signal now. And he says it's not just a signal, it's a warning. The first few minutes are showing that the bad guys are intimidated by just the shadow because they don't know if he's in there or what's going to happen. Every single bad guy in the beginning sees a shadow in the corner of a building or down a hallway, and they second guess it. So he is intimidating Gotham in all